Okay, last tutorial video for this week in introduction to renderings. The one last thing I want to cover is rendering in the cloud. Your computer at home may not be strong enough to do, the best quality of a large rendering like what our project that you're going to be doing this week is. So with your student license, you have the ability to render in the cloud. And to do that, here on the view page, okay, you click on render in cloud. If you're not signed in to your Autodesk account, which is what you use to download your software with, okay, the first thing we'll do is it will ask you to sign in to your Autodesk account, okay. And this is pretty straightforward, okay. And so it gives you the steps there. And you pick which 3D views out of your project you want to render, okay. So kitchen, what kind of output, and for the most part, still images, what we're dealing with. I have not tried the others, so I don't know what they are. Okay, render quality, standard and final is just exactly what it says. The final is a much more accurate, I guess you would say, representation, much more photorealistic. So you could try it either way, see what you think. And then the size of the view, how many megapixels are in it. I ran one on medium and standard here. I don't remember how long it took, 15, 20 minutes maybe. Wasn't too bad. Exposure, you could just, I just left it on advanced. You can just do that, okay? And then you can do, email when we complete, and then you go start rendering. Okay, and I'm not going to start it because I just ran one, but you'd go start rendering. And then up here, you get a little, circling wheel, meaning that your rendering is in process. Okay. Once it's completed, that little wheel will stop, and you may get an email. I set it up to email me, and I haven't got an email from it yet, but anyway. Okay, then you go here to Render Gallery. It opens a web page and takes you to your My Renderings. Okay. And here's the project that I just submitted. Okay. You can see it looks quite a bit different than what I had here in Revit. Let me go back to here. Because I may have played with the exposure controls on this a little bit. But if nothing else, look at the detail of the cabinetry and the glossiness and like the flooring. Pull that over so you can kind of look at them side by side. So you can see it's much more cleaner, okay? So you could run the draft ones on your computer at home or in the lab and see how they look. And then when you're ready to do your final one, try it in the cloud and see how it looks for you, okay? And then once it comes in, you can re-render, you can make a few changes here. Not a lot, but you can do some things. Post-processing, which is going to be like your exposure control. So you can play with that. And it's very similar to what you can do in Revit, okay? Close that. I have not looked at some of these other things here. You can play with them if you want to. And then you can download it, okay, to your computer. I don't know if it's I'm going to download it and see how it looks like. Because I have not used this very much at all. I've had some students in the past who have used it and you know, have been impressed with it. So, and there we go. That's my downloaded JPEG image. And if you want to include this in your drawing, that's not in your project because it's in your gallery. And I'm going to close that. If you, what you can do is on a sheet, see where's it at? Insert, you can bring in, you can import an image right here and use it in your sheet, and use it on a sheet if you want it into a sheet, okay? So there, that's rendering in the cloud. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. You just kind of play with it a little bit. Okay, if you got questions on this, your project's going to be your commercial building from 1133. The next page on the website gives you an explanation of it. There's a couple of videos with tutorials and instructions on how to do those things. So if you run into any questions or problems, send me an email or come by and see us, okay?